What's going on, everybody? Christian Battle here, Battle Sports Media, coming at you with a quick video today. Something that kind of crossed my mind as I'm thinking about football season coming up soon and potentially the NFL returning along with college football. And, one of the things I was thinking about was Tua Tagovalioa gets drafted number 5 overall. Now, there's been quite a bit of talk, not necessarily lately, but ever since the draft, here or there, you hear people say, "What's going to happen with Tua? Is he going to start right away? Is he going to be a bust because of his injuries?" So I'm here to break it down a little bit. Was this a must draft for the Dolphins, or was it a eventual bust? Let's look at Tua. Now here's my thoughts on this. Obviously, you guys know I'm an Alabama fan, right? You know that. So obviously, I have opinions about Tua. I think he's a great player. I think he'll do great in the NFL. Honestly, uh, will he beat Joe Burrow? I don't know. That's another video I'll do. Will he be a bust or not? I'll talk about that a little bit in a different video, most likely. Um, but Tua, right? He goes to Alabama, right? As a freshman, he plays a couple games behind Jalen Hurts. He might have ran the score up a bit. Handed the ball off, maybe threw a touchdown pass here or there, run the score up late in the fourth quarter. Finally gets his big moment in the championship game. 2nd and 26. We all know what happens. He throws a touchdown pass. Well, it wasn't until the year after, he wins the starting job over Jalen Hurts, and of course, we know what happens with Jalen. He has a phenomenal comeback type of story, you know, and he comes off the bench for Tua in Atlanta for the SEC title game against Georgia, same building. The only difference was Jalen came off the bench for Tua. Listen, Tua put up great numbers at Alabama, broke A.J. McCarron's passing touchdown record, right? Blake Sims couldn't do it. Jake Coker couldn't do it. Jalen, I don't. Was he even close to doing it? I don't know. He probably ran for more touchdowns than he did throw it. Well, okay, I take that back. That's probably not true. Jalen did throw the ball around quite a bit before Tua took over, but you know, I mean, what did Tua not do at Alabama? I guess pretty much win a Heisman. He probably should have won at least 2 titles. Of course, he had a bad game against Clemson in the 44-16 game, but he proved to be, still that quarterback that we know and love. The year after, in last year, he still put up great numbers, in the opener against Duke. Now I know that's a cupcake. We had a South Carolina game. He put up numbers there. Uh, he even, dude, listen, I think a game that stands out to me was that LSU game. It was like 33-13 at the half, right? This is last year's LSU game. This is the same team that had a Heisman winner, Maxwell Award, Bolitnikoff. They had it all, right? Tua being down 33-13 at the half, down 20 points. And they end up losing only by 5 points in that game, 46-41. So now, here's the thing. He's now in the NFL. He's no longer with Alabama. He'll always be an Alabama quarterback, though. A really great Alabama quarterback. You got to give credit where credit is due. Talent wise, he's great. But his injuries, man. So how will we know if he's a bust or not? I mean, you could have a list of how you could tell, how you couldn't tell. I don't know, but uh, I think if he goes out there now, if you notice at Alabama, he had games week in and week out. Maybe he didn't get hurt, but you notice he would come up limping off a play. Just hopping around on one foot a little bit, and then you go back out there and it's like it was nothing. Okay, he went out there like it was nothing. Shake it off, Tua, keep playing. But I mean, in the NFL, it's different, man. You can't just come up limping off every play. I think he's gonna play well. I really do. I don't think they start him right away, obviously, because there's concern about injury and you don't want to risk it early. Ryan Fitzpatrick's still there in Miami. He's still a good quarterback, too. He's not the long term answer. See, that's why they got Tua. Um, so. But Tua, I think will play well. But if he comes up limping game after game after game every week he plays in the NFL, they're not going to put up with that. I doubt Brian Flores, the Miami Dolphins coach, pretty sure that's his name, uh, based on research. I guarantee you he's not going to try to put up with that. I mean, listen. And again, Tua's a great player. He put up great numbers. He's got a really great arm. They call him dual threat. I don't know. I mean, he can scramble pretty decently, I guess, but his injury history could be exposed if it's not handled properly. I really don't think they should start him right away. I don't think they will. I think they work with Fitzpatrick a little bit more, maybe even Josh Rosen. But give them 2 or 3 years to learn the system a bit, learn behind those guys, and you could see him starting. He's gonna start and be the quarterback he was meant to be in the NFL at some point. He will be a bust if he comes up limping off plays like he did in college. If he keeps getting hurt and hurt, now listen, you're going to get hurt in football. That's a given, right? Every player at some point has that game where it's just they get hurt, an ankle or an arm or whatever, right? Uh, but I mean, you also got to take into consideration that Mississippi State game from last year. He had a broken hip, bloody nose, broken hip, ankles. I mean, where did he not get hurt last year? And they were saying too that with the hip surgery, he'll be lucky if he could play football again, most likely. From what I heard, I could be wrong about that. But again, Tua is a great talent, is what he is. He's got all the talent in the world, but with that, you got to take into consideration how much do you want to play him because of his injury history. If I were the Dolphins, I would let him play a little bit his rookie season. Obviously, give him some playing time, but have it limited. Don't start him right away. Stick with Patrick, and as when he was with the Bucks, we called him Fitzmagic because I mean he was working. But stick with him. Stick with Josh Rosen, whoever you want to go with. That's probably not Tua. Let him learn the system for a couple years and then try to start him. I think it should be a slow transition. So it'll be interesting to see how they use him this year. I doubt they're going to start him full time. I doubt he's probably not even going to be a starter in any games this year, which would be great. So it'll be interesting to see what they do at Tua. Again, listen, call it what it is. I'm sorry, Alabama fans, but he is injury prone. Is that saying that he's always going to get hurt? No, it's just saying he's so used to getting hurt because that's just how it is. I mean, even if he throws the ball away, he needs to be more aware, looking behind him, seeing where defenders are so they can't trip him up from behind because that's where he hurts his ankles and stuff. That's what happened with the hip. I mean, his awareness, I mean, he at least he's throwing the ball away, but man, you got to be aware too. You got to be aware. You got to know what's going on. So I mean, it's just going to be interesting. I don't think they start him right away. I don't think they should, but definitely a guy you want to look out for in the NFL. Give him some time, and then eventually maybe transition to starting him full time. But you guys, let me know what you think down below. Should they start Tua right away? When should they start him? Is he going to be a bust? I think he's only going to be a bust if he is the starting quarterback and he just keeps limping off the field and getting hurt like he did at Alabama. If he can fix that, he'll be great, I think. Or he'll be a bust if, his accuracy and everything is just off. And it's not like he was at Alabama. Those two things kind of, you know, dying, I guess. But you guys let me know. Was this a must draft by the Dolphins? Or will Tua be a bust this year? Or in future years to come with the Dolphins? Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Just kind of had it on my mind thinking about, the upcoming season. Is Tua going to start? I don't think he's going to start right away. And I'm not going to say he's not going to be a bust. Um, I think Brian Flores, the Miami Dolphins coach, he might work with them a bit. So I'm not going to say he's not going to be a bust. I'm not going to say he is. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I hope he's not. I honestly don't, because Tua's a great human being. He's a great player. And there's going to be a lot of people pulling for him. But man, if he goes out there and just keeps getting hurt like he did at Alabama, it's just not gonna go well. So anyway, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about Tua. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in today. And I'll see you guys next time. Till then, Bauer Sports Media is checking out. Y'all have a good one.